in the chat window. I will also send the link for today's program. You also need to put up your, yes, Haji, I'll let you talk now. You also need to put up your hand. So Bear Walk lesson 13 has been shared in the chat. And so you get that, and we can talk, carry on. Welcome, everybody. Don't forget to click on the link. Today is the last day to go and register so that you can get an online certificate. So that link is in the chat for attendance. You want a certificate of attendance, you must go and register in that on that link. Also, I want you to think very carefully about it. You can submit your, oh, you've got an email address. Right, I'm going to copy your email address. Odwa.sabara. I'm going to copy that and I'll send you the link as soon as this lesson finishes, okay? Oh, silly me, I didn't get it. Anyway, I'll get the email address after the meeting. Right, now, what we're going to do is I want you to think carefully about what you want to say on Friday. 3 of you, I will choose 3 of you. You're allowed to put your camera on. You can talk about your experiences with the holiday lessons, and you can also share a program that you wrote, and that will be recorded. So think about that carefully. And you can't share the program called Bear Walk, okay? Because I've sent you all that Bear Walk program, so that won't be your program that you must share. If you have a program that you want to share, then you can let me know. Now you're going to, later on, think about it during this lesson. At the end of the lesson, I'll ask you to put your hands up if you are interested in sharing on Friday. Right, so let's move on. What we're going to do today. Okay, there's my email address, iquin@africateengeeks.co.za. And today, we've done the duck, we've done everything up to the duck, we've done the horse, doing the multiplying, and now we're going to finish up frog and then go on to cat and dog. Right, so we had a very quick question that Hadia's raised her hand.
And what about the fish?
Yes. Yeah, that's right at the end. That'll be Friday. That's right at the end. That'll be Friday.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could hear my voice. Anyway, let's move on. We're going to do this. Frog. We must finish up with frog first before we can do the cat and the dog. So today we want to introduce if statements. Can you see that orange block? And the greater than and less than operators. Because we're going to find which is the greater of the two numbers, which is the smaller of the two numbers that are entered. So that is the plan for today, and let's hope we finish, because tomorrow, what do I want to do tomorrow? Tomorrow I want to play a game with Ben. Okay. Yes, Hadia, you have another question? Okay. Very quickly. Yes, Sheila?
If you want the new Masora, now you can save it. The new Masora.
Yeah, you save it on.
You save it on. Yeah, but no, I mean the new Masora, so then I can save it. The new one is working.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sweetheart.
Just load from your computer.
Okay.
And then everything will come. You don't have to copy paste.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Right. Absolute source. Very quick question. No, you don't want to talk. Okay. That's fine. We have to get moving with our work now. Right. So let's just think about this very carefully. When I ran this program, and I've shared it now with you on the chat, I noticed that bear was going to horse and then colliding with frog and so on. But what happened was bear was sending broadcast messages out that he was leaving the duck. You see, there's a broadcast message to leave duck. And then he was broadcasting straight away that he was touching horse. But we have to have him waiting in between those two broadcasts. I could have had a broadcast and wait, but instead I put a wait 2 seconds over there. So he broadcast and wait, because there's 2 in a row, you know, so broadcast and wait is probably better to use than just broadcast. So let's run the program very quickly, make sure we got everything sorted. So there goes bear on his travels. And we'll leave elephant's name as Joe Soap. Joe Soap. Right. Now, I'll take care. And now bear's going to walk to Al. Let me ask Al for her name. I'm just going to say Jane. And then what's her age? Let's say she's 54. No, that's not my age. And then she's going to move on. And then it's moving on. Then, oops, can you see what happens to frog? Frog's in the wrong place. They're colliding with frog. What's the cure for that? Let's click stop. Fix it. We're going to fix it by making sure when the program runs that frog is in his correct place. So we're going to go to our control block. When the green flag is clicked, we've got to make sure frog is sitting over there, not over there. So we've got to position him. It's called initializing, or setting up, making things, put them in the right place before everything starts. So when the green flag is clicked, we're going to make sure that frog goes to this position over here. I moved him there now, and we read of 130, let's make it 130, okay. 130, 132 is fine. 132 for X, and the Y is 144. So I'll type in 144 in that block over there. So now we have frog in his place, but also we make sure that he has got the right costume on. You know, there's only one costume for frog, so that's fine. There we go. And of course, we do need to put in our stop this script, just to be neat and tidy, because that is good. Just like with when you learn a language, you learn the grammar, the rules of the language. That programming's also got its rules. You must have a begin and an end. In other words, a start block and then an end block, a stop block, the stop the script. And the hat blocks are all starting blocks, starting of a list of code. And you put all your code blocks underneath, and then you wrap it up with a stop block. There's always be a begin and an end. Right, so that's the rules of programming. But anyway, so we sorted that one out. Good, good, good. Let's go and revisit bear. Go to bear's code, because we want to start off here when he finishes multiplying. He was actually going to walk to frog, but he's not walking to frog. So that's not where he is, okay? But we know that frog will have moved and so on. So let's position them all in the right places now and start from the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Right, let us go. Click the green flag. And for the benefit of those in the room, we're going to finish frog today, and then who's just come in now. We're going to finish frog today and carry on with cat and dog. Joe. So. Ding, 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 ding. There goes bear, there goes bear. And he's flying. Jane. And he's 5. See, no, there's no space between Jane and the word your. I must put a space there. Anyway. So duck's going to his place. Yeah, yeah. There we get number 1. Now we're entering number 1. This is the important part. Entering number 1. I'm going to call it 54. Number 2, let's call it 24. Oh, 34 actually. I typed 34. 54, number 2 is 34. So what is the answer to subtracting number 2 from number 1? It is 20. So Duck gave the answer. Then Bear moves on. And Duck goes to his place. Horse goes to another place. And Bear wants Horse to multiply the two numbers. So there it is. He gives the answer. Can you see it's in a message? And then Bear goes to Frog. And Frog goes to his place. Now, Bear actually needs to, turn around or whatever, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to worry about where we left off yesterday. We have Bear. Okay, fine, we'll make Bear turn around to the right place. Where was it? He left, yeah, we're on Horse's code. Let's go to Bear's code. So finish multiplying. Bear walks. He broadcasts that he wants to divide, but when he reaches the frog, we want him to turn around, okay? So we can change the costume anywhere over here. Let's change the costume here. So looks, switch costume to, and I'm going to call Bear A. So Bear A is just standing and facing, so he'll be facing frog. So this is the costume that you'll have. We want him A2, don't we? We want him to have A2, that one. So I'll make sure I change this to Bear A2. Lots of questions for Bear. Right. Notice Bear is not really situated in his block very well, is he? So we can actually, how are we going to move him up? If you want to move Bear to move up a bit, we can do the following. We can say, okay, oops, stop that, stop. Get back to your place. If you want him to move up, then we basically can say change what is upwards. Remember I told you Y is going up and down and X is going left and right. So if we want Bear to move up a bit because he's not in his block properly, we can put in a block that says change Y. Yes, a change Y. It's in the motion section. Let's change X. We want to change Y. You can change Y by 10. So there it is. Let's go and put it in there, see what happens. So this is where we were. Let's go back to Bear. Bear is going to move. Yeah, I moved him up a bit, eh? He fit. Oh, no, he's moved too far up. But anyway, if we wanted to move up, we just change the Y value. If you want to use the X value, you can change the X value. I'm not going to worry about that now. I've just shown you that. Change Y by 10. It means they're moving them up. If you want to change by minus 10, then you're moving down. And the X, left and right, you want to go to the right. It depends on what position, what direction you're pointing. Change the X value means you're going to go left and right horizontally. And the Y value is up and down, which is vertical. So you learned some words here today. Vertical is up and down. Horizontal is left and right. Like if you're lying down, you are horizontal. If you're standing up, you're vertical. All right, that's enough of that one. Let's go to where Bear is broadcasting to that he wants Frog to divide two numbers. So, right, let's go and do that. Broadcasting divide, we go to Frog. Frog's going to receive that broadcast. So we have to have a when I receive for Frog. So we're going to go to this control here, when I receive divide. Frog is going to do divide. I clicked on Frog. I make sure Frog is over there. I have my when I receive divide. And then Frog's just going to say, he's going to say something And we're going to make it 4 seconds because we remembered that you say it long enough and you can hear it, can see it, on the screen. Otherwise we can't see it. Anyway, so operators, we're going to join a whole lot of sentences together. So we need a whole lot of these joins. You remember? Join and join and join. I'm plucking a join then, another join. I'm pluck. I might just delete some of them. I'm going to put in a number 1. It's actually going to be number 1 divided by number 2 equals, and then I'll put my calculation in there. And the operator for calculation is, you see the green operators? There's our divide sign. Okay. So we have our divide sign over here. And we're going to slot in our variables. Now the variables sitting over here, we have number 1 divided by number 2. Okay, so now Bear could have said, let's divide number 2 by number 1. But I'm going to make Bear say that he wants to divide number 2 into number 1. Slight difference. Number 1 divided by number 2 is the same as saying, let's divide number 2 into number 1. Let's see how many times number 2 can go into number 1. Anyway, so that is going to be the result over there. But I'm going to go and display the variables in the say block. So Frog is going to actually say the variable names, the actual variables, their values. So what number 1 is. Number 1 is 54. Number 2, we can see here, is 34. And over here, we're going to put in a divided sign, a space, / space. Got to have those spaces, and there have to be only 1 space. If I put too many, if I don't put any, then it's going to look funny. So space, / space. Right, so what are we going to do here? We want to put an equal sign. So space equal space. And then this operator for division slots into there. And that is what Frog is going to say when he receives divide. Yay! So that's that done. And now we can just go and put in our stop the script. Stop the script. And there we go. Let's click it. You see it's a big, long decimal number because there's a lot of decimals that go, points. It's not 34, can't go into 54, just one number. We can round it if you want. And there's a whole lot of other things that you can do to round. We can have a round. Can you see round? I can go and put in my little calculation in there. That's just extra stuff. So when you see it, it's actually going to just be 2. They rounded it off to the nearest whole number, but you don't need to know that now. Just showing you. Okay, right. So that is Frog done his job. Bear asked for division. Bear. Broadcast divide. I want to divide number 2 into number 1. There, he actually said it. Okay, so we're good with that. Now, when Frog is finished, we're going to let Frog go and broadcast a message that is finished, so Bear can go on, wandering down to the cat. And I'm going to let him glide. Okay, we're not going to worry about the walking story now. We've done so much walking already in the changing of the costumes and everything, so we're not going to worry about the walking now. So here we go to when I receive divide. After he's done the division, Frog has divided the numbers and displayed them. That's what he's doing in this big long block here. Yes, we actually joined this up yesterday with horse, had the same thing. And we're going to do similar thing with cat and dog. So it's all being repeated, what we are doing. Right, after saying this, Frog's going to send a message, a secret message to Bear. How's he going to do that? He's going to broadcast. Let's broadcast. Let's go to our broadcast and wait. And I'm going to use the and wait. Nah. I'm going to live on the dangerous side. I'm just going to use a broadcast. And then we're going to click that drop down arrow, make a new message. Dividing is done. Oops, we changed that message. Dividing is done. Oh, I can't spell, guys. Dividing is done. Click OK. He's sending that secret message. Who's going to receive it? Bear, he's listening. So we're going to have when I receive, Bear's going to receive it. Dividing is done. Let's see if we can find dividing is done. There it is. Dividing is done. Got to choose the right message that he receives. Then Bear is going to go and walk. Actually, I'm going to make him glide to cat. Okay. Or we can move X by so many points. Hey, let's move X by. Change X by. Change X by. I wonder how many steps will it take for him to go down to cat. I'm going to click the button. Oops, that's X. It's supposed to be the Y. Can you see the X went sideways? We want him to go down. So we're going to change Y by, change Y by minus 100. Minus 100. So there, I click it. Yeah, spot on. Change Y by minus 100. And now he's on top of cat. But cat must move quick. We can't see whether cat's wearing a mask or not, so we better go and just put one on quickly. The appearance of a mask is straps. We put the cat mask straps around here. Oh, there we can see. Right, so let's go and put a mask on cat. Kitty cat must have a mask, and I think I'm going to make it green, like that. Okay, and we're going to choose this paintbrush, and then quickly. I know you guys like doing this. You like putting masks on, hey? Is this the fun part? Oh, I guess it is. I'll say I don't mind it either. I also like putting masks on. Hey, cat is protected. Yay. Right, so Bear's going to zoom down to cat. Bear has to basically, okay, I'm touching you. Or we can say, well, okay, let's say we'll do what we normally did. Put on a broadcast. Let's make him do the broadcast. Okay, we're gonna do a. We're gonna move frog, and we're gonna move cat all at the same time. So I'm gonna put 2 broadcasts with a wait 1 second in between. I'm putting 2 broadcasts and waits. So Bear must broadcast that he's moving now to the frog. So we're going to make a new message that he's going to send to frog. Leaving frog's house. Okay. And wait. And then he's going to make another message that he is touching the cat at cat's house. Right, and cat's going to zoom away into where frog is sitting. So, right, I should change that before I go, before he moves. Okay, come on, very quickly. What's the question? Okay, no question. Fine, good. We're going to finish this. So tomorrow we can play a game with Ben. Otherwise, we won't have time. Right, so we finish this quickly. So tomorrow we have a game with Ben. He's going to go to cat. Cat's going to move to where frog was sitting. Frog's going to go back to his place. So let's get frog back to his place. So I've got a broadcast that he's leaving frog's house after he's received dividing is done. And then frog is going to receive that message when I receive leaving frog's house. When I receive leaving frog's house, okay. When the frog receives that Bear's leaving his house, frog's going to zoom back to his place, and we make a glide, gliding, 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 and we go and find the position, the X and Y coordinates. We call them coordinates. It's the X value We read it over here. I've positioned frog in his little box there, so I can read over here that number is 134. And then the Y value is 142. Now type that in here. And then we have the position. We're good to go. Frog doesn't have to change costume or anything else because he doesn't have any other costumes shown. But it's fun. He's happy like he is. Hey, he doesn't need any other costumes. Right, so there's Frog going back to his place. We're going back to Bear. After Bear's transmitted or sent the message that he's leaving Frog's house, he waits a second and then he changes. And then all of a sudden he's going to broadcast that he's at Cat's house. Cat must now do something. He's going to move to where Frog was sitting. So we go click on Cat. And Cat's going to receive that message because Cat's listening. When I receive at Cat's house, what's Cat going to do? He's going to glide to this place over here. So we go to motion, glide to, and if you want to see the X and Y coordinates, I'm placing Cat over there to read that that is number 2 for X. Can you see you're repeating everything? And then a Y value is 52. So that's good. Put him back in his place. So he's gliding there. There's no costume change for Cat. He's just sitting. Cats. And then a sitting cat. I normally say sitting dogs. Hey, there's a sitting cat. Right. Stop this script. Rightio. What are we going to do? We're going to go to Bear to test it very quickly. We're going to go to Bear. Here it is. The one when dividing is done. I'm going to click on it. It's a bit fast, eh? A bit too fast. Anyway, we'll fix it for the next when he goes to dog. We'll fix that doesn't happen. Right, now he's broadcasting that he's at Cat's house. He doesn't actually have to wait. That's probably what it is. But we're not going to fix it now. We'll fix it when we go to dog. Okay, so what are we going to do with Cat? What are we going to do with Cat? Cat is going to find the greater of the two numbers, 1 and number 2. And he's going to say it. Now we've got number 1 and number 2 variables. Can you see there they are? Elephant was the one that started us getting those two numbers. So that was cool. So number 1 and number 2, we got them. No problem. And they stayed. Number 1 is 54, number 2 is 34. When we look at it, we can see which one is bigger. Hey, but if we couldn't see it, how will we know? Well, the computer will tell us. We're going to put in a calculation so that Cat is going to display the largest number. So Bear is going to say, please tell me which is the largest number. Take note, Bear is very polite. He says, please. Polite Bear, say, please tell me. So Cat is going to he's going to broadcast. Shall we say wait? Okay, fine. Broadcast and wait. He's going to broadcast largest. Cat's going to receive that largest. So let's go to Cat. Where's Kitty Cat? There you are. Bang. Cat is listening and he's saying, when I receive largest, we choose the largest message over there. The one says largest. What's going to do? He's going to say something. We're going to use an if block. We're also going to use operator. But first, let's look at our operators. Okay. We have a greater than and we have a less than. And we're going to ask the question, is number 1 greater than number 2? How are we going to ask the question? Well, we're going to use in our control, we have a block that says if then, And another block that says if then else. Now this is very simple. It's like our logical thinking that our logical cap goes on here. We put in our logical cap because we all got them. So all put on your logical cap. If number 1 is greater than number 2. Can you see there's a, oh gosh, somebody told me the name of this shape and I can't remember it. Yeah. And it was some very clever boy or girl in the room that told us the name of the shape right from the word go. Can you see? It's a nice shape. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, but it's a bit like a rectangle. Anyway, a rectangle with pointy corners. That's what I'm going to call it. So we're going to put it in there. And we're going to say if number 1 is greater than number 2. Can you see there's an else part? But there's also an if then without an else part. That's a simple one, but we're going to use this big one. If number 1 is greater than number 2, then what is Cat going to say? He's going to say that number 1 is the greatest, isn't it? Can you see what I did there? I just slotted the number 1 variable into there, and the number 2 variable little block into there. Done. Easy peasy. If number 1 is greater than number 2, then Cat's going to say, so we go to our say block, and a big long sentence with lasting for 4 seconds with a whole lot of join operators. So we go to operators again, and we're going to join and join and join, a whole lot of strings together, join and join and join. Is that enough? Is that too many, do you think? I wonder if that's too many. I've plucked a whole lot of joins on a join, you know, on top of each other there. It's probably too many, hey? Let's say. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put on number 1 variable. It's going to go in here. Number 1. I don't think we need this lot. We only need that. And then we have a space. Got to make sure we have a space is greater than space. And then we're going to go put in, oops, the variable called number 2. Oops, put it back. Put it grabbed in the right place. He's going to say that. It's going to say that. That can go away. That can go away. That can go away. That can go away. All right, it's going to say that I'm going to duplicate this. See what I'm doing? Duplicate. Oops. Because I'm going to put 1 there and 1 there. And these are going to be swapped around. Because if number 1 is greater than number 2, then we're going to say number 1 is greater, or we're going to say number 2 is greater. We ask the question, is number 1 greater than number 2? Then we'll say, yes, number 1 is greater than number 2. Else, we're going to say number 2 is greater than number 1. Get the idea, guys? And that's it. He's going to say that, and that's all Cat's going to do. Of course, you know, he's going to go zoom back to his place again. But we'll put in our stop this script over here because we are good programs. We follow the rules. And by the way, you can use an if then without an else. But in this case, we need the else part. We need to know, well, you know, if it's not true, then what, you know, what are we going to do next? So we have 2 options. It's a question that you ask that will either have a yes or a no answer. And when you have that kind of question, then, you know, you're going to use an if then, maybe an else. Right, so there goes Cat. Cat's done his job, but he's also going to, before he stops, he's going to broadcast that it's done, just to keep our timing right, you know. He's going to broadcast a message that greater, largest is complete. Just to say, well, it's finished now. And then Bear's going to receive that broadcast message. We'll go to Bear. Bear's going to receive it. When I receive, take note, all this code is being bundled together here. Doesn't matter where you put it, you can put it anywhere. I'm just plucking it over here. When bear receives adding complete, then bear is going to go down a couple of steps. Say he's going to go down to doggy, and he's going to touch doggy. We can make him do it slowly, but no, we'll just glide. Motion. Or we can change the Y value by minus 100. He also needs to broadcast that he's left the the cat, bear left cat. Got to broadcast his left cat. When cat receives that, cat's going to go back to his place. Oops, where's cat? There we go. Cat, when he receives, there's lots of code here. When I receive, so we get another hat block, pluck it over there. When we receive that cat has left, bear has left the cat, then cat can go and glide to his place like that. So we'll make him go glide. We make him glide to the right place, and that'll be that. Now, what is the right place? It is, we move cat there, we find the X value, which is 136, the Y value, which is 50, and we got him in his place. So I'm just moving it like that. I put him back, but I typed the right X and Y values over there, and I'm going to go stop the script over here where you stop the script. See, I'm being so good with my stopping scripts. Now, bear, there you are. Bear left cat. He broadcast that. But we can't have cat going over there to the place when bear's still sitting there. Well, he's not. Okay, he's moved, so he's fine. But now he's on top of dog, and he's got to broadcast that he's on top of doggy. Broadcast at dog's house. New message at dog's house. All right, so he's broadcast that he's at dog house. We'll let him wait a little bit after he's broadcast that. And then you'll ask the question. You'll ask the question that, please, what is the smallest number? What is the smallest number? Please, Mr. Dog, please. Don't worry, we're not doing any. Please tell me what is the smallest number. Now, of course, dog hasn't moved out of his place yet. Oh, dog must have a mask. I can just imagine you all telling me, doggy must have a mask. Because you're all so good. You remember that. Hey, you remember about the masks. Right, what color shall I'm going to make it pink. Yeah. Pink mask. We haven't had one pink mask yet. It's a girl dog. He's wearing pink. But it doesn't matter. Boy dogs can wear pink masks too. Why not? So there we go. Yep. There's his mask. And that's as good as I'm going to make it because I'm not that good at making masks. And we're going to keep doggy in his place. You know, we're not going to let him change costume or anything. We'll just make him glide backwards, okay? Because doggies can walk backwards too. Why not? Right, so we're on dog's code. When he receives, when I receive that bear is at dog's house, found the right secret code there, the message. When I receive that bear's at dog's house, doggy is going to move to there. I think that's a good enough place. That's far enough away. So we're going to make him glide. Or we can change his X value. Yay, we can change his X coordinate or his X position, the left and right. So change X by, I'm going to call it minus 100 because he's going to go backwards. It's going to go to the left. We call it, no, it's not backwards, just to the left. Minus 100. So let's check it out. It needs to be a bit more, hey? Maybe minus 100 and minus 120. I'm going to click the button to test it. I think I'll make it minus 122. Let's go back again. Strange. Come on, doggy. Okay, good, good, good. So one thing we forgot about cat and dog, but we'll get to that just now. I will show you. Let's go to bear. Let's go to the place where he wants to get the small, well, when he's finished here, this place. Okay, no, that's too far here. I'm going too far down. All right, stop. When bear receives that the largest is complete, does cat actually send a message that getting the largest number is complete? Well, we haven't done that code yet, have we? Yes, cat. He is broadcasting that largest is complete, but we did not respond with bear saying, okay, the largest is complete. Now what must I do? What is bear going to do when the largest is complete? He's going to go down this way to the dog. But that is adding. Bear left cat. Oh, I've used adding. It's supposed to be largest. Can you see this? Is so difficult. You put the wrong message in here. We've got to choose largest is complete. I actually had adding. When I receive adding is complete. So there we go. Done. So telling the smallest number, easy peasy. Broadcast smallest. And this will be very quick. New message, broadcast smallest. And never go back to your place. They're all going haywire now. They're all going all over the place. You see them all going mad. Right, broadcast smallest. And the doggy is going to receive that he must go and get the smallest number. So we go to doggy over here. Where's doggy, doggy? There you go. When I receive smallest, yes, I know we've got to put ends there, but we're not going to waste our time there. We can do it later with cleaning up. When I receive smallest, then dog's going to do the same that cat did, exactly the same. Now I'm going to try again to copy this bunch of code here. It took me a while to figure it out. So I want to duplicate it. I want to actually put it into cat. Now I actually got it right. Let's try this another way. I tried it at home. I tried it when you guys were gone, and it did work. But okay, when it does a shake. Oops. I wonder if it does a shake. Is it doing a shake? Let's go and see, doggy. It went there. Yay! It just did a little shake, a little shaky, shaky, shake, and then it was there. Yay! So what I have got here in cat, I've got two codes for him, so I'm going to delete that lot. There we go. So it actually worked. Thank you, Hadia. Now you probably put up your hand to say how to do it, eh? I think it was Hadia that told me. I can't remember. When I receive smallest, we're going to use the same code if, but in this case, if number, we're going to use a less than sign. And we're going to change the wording over here is smaller than okay. And we're going to broadcast a message saying that smallest is complete. Well, let's go and fix up our calculation here because we're not going to use this one. We're going to use another operator, which is a less than. And then we're going to slot in the variable small if number 1 is smaller than number 2, then we say number 1 is smaller than number 2. Otherwise, we'll say number 2 is smaller than number 1. And there it is. finish, just like that. And there's cat saying, dog saying his piece there. Right, very quick question. We have two, but Hadia.
Ma'am, you don't have to duplicate it. You can just drag it and put it there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, oh yes, yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Hadia.
So then
Thank you, Ada.
Okay, Magwede.
Ma'am, how do you let the code go to dog?
How did I get the code to go to dog?
Yes.
Oh no, I'll show you again. Right, so like I just says, I don't have to duplicate it, but all I have to do is say I'm in cat's code there. Cat's code. Where's cat's code? Cat, where you getting it? There you are. Right. Let's say I want to copy this lot, okay? Apparently I don't have to duplicate, I can just go like this, and then I move, and when I see, can you see that shake? There's doggy shaking, I let go. Let's go to doggy, see, there it is, yay. So when the sprite shakes, then you can copy the code into that sprite. That was a cool trick that we discovered all by ourselves, because we are just like that. We can do things that we want. We just go and discover it. Okay, now, yes, Hadia, very quick question, sweetie pie. Thank you for your invaluable help.
Invaluable help.
you but sometimes it does not work, so I have to redo. But before you delete the other one, sometimes it doesn't work.
Oh,
so must
sometimes
check
it doesn't.
before
Oh,
you do it.
sometimes it doesn't.
Okay. Thank you, Lovey. Right, now, before we move on, I can't do any more now because what we have to do is very important. I'm going to say this so long while I'm talking. On Friday is a special day. Well, first of all, tomorrow is an even specialer day because tomorrow we're going to have Bear playing and running around with Ben on the stage. All the animals will go somewhere else. And they're going to play a game. But on Friday, half the lesson, we will finish off our program and make sure that Fish has his time to shine. But 3 of you will also have a time to shine on Friday. So that on Friday, half the lesson will be dedicated to 3 learners, 3 of you that have been here for the last 3 weeks. And I will choose 3 of you to say something about your lessons or share your screen so that you can show us your programs that you wrote by yourself. Not the Bear Walk program, but it must be another program that you've written in this time that we've been doing this, okay? So if you want to share that, if you want to be able to be one of the participants in that, put up your hand now. I'll just write your names down and then I'll choose 3 of you on Friday. And also do your preparation for that. You can have your camera on, be able to have your camera shown. The host will allow you to put your camera on, and you will also be able to share your screen. I'll ask the host to do that. Right, so Jakarun, is it Sarvesh? Is that your name? Dr. Sarvesh? That's not your real name. That must be your father's name, am I right? And Hadia, do you want to share on Friday, sweetheart? Okay, so you want to speak. I'll unmute you and
Ma'am, I have 2 projects.
okay, good. Keep it short. Okay. So what is your real name, Jack? Because there's going to be 3 in half an hour. Okay, so I think let's think now. It's 3 in half an hour. It's like 10 minutes each, eh? You'll have 10 minutes about. So plan it for that. Okay, what is your name, sweetheart? Your real name, so that yes, I'll send the file, but remember that the programs to share on Friday must be your own programs.
My real name is Sayan.
Sam,
Sayan.
can you type the name in the chat, lovey, because I can't Can't hear very well. Oh, Cheyenne. Okay, Cheyenne.
No, not stay in. Stay in.
Cheyenne. Yeah, Cheyenne. So tell me, Cheyenne, do you want to share on Friday what you've done?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Or what you feel about the meetings, the lessons, and so on? So you'll have a chance to share if you want. Do you want to?
I want to share how I feel about the lessons.
Okay, yeah, you can share how you feel. You can have your video on and then you can share how you feel about the lessons. That's good. Right, so Cheyenne and Hadia, so far, any more people that want to share on Friday how they feel about the lessons or share their program that they wrote? Okay, so you'll be welcome to put on your camera. So I've only got 2 now. Maybe tomorrow somebody else will want to share. Okay, I'm going to share the file. And remember, if you share a program on Friday, then it must be your own work, not the Bear Walk program. Okay, so I'm sharing lesson 13, which is the latest one, 13 in brackets 1. It's the latest version that we've just done now. But before we go, I want to actually fix this. Oh yes, another thing is, I know some of you weren't here when I was talking about it, and that is that you have to get your certificate for your to get your participation certificate. You must register now. Today's the last day on this link over here, which I've posted on the chat room right now. So make sure you fill in that Google form online. Get your parents to help you, get the right email address so they can email it to you. Very important. That's for your participation certificates, which will be done on Friday too. Friday is a big day where we're going to say bye-bye to all of you. Now, let's finish the program because we want to make it work properly here. So we have a few minutes to finish the program. No, we're not done yet, Magwedi. Are you going to share on Friday, Magwedi? Okay, we're not done yet. So what I'm going to do is fix this program up because I noticed there are a couple of things that we haven't finished. Because basically,
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to share on Friday?
Yes.
Okay. It's about 10 minutes. Okay. Is that Magwede speaking?
Yes.
Okay. Because I didn't put on your... So Magwede is going to share on Friday. Okay. We might find some more people tomorrow. But we're only allowed to have 3. So I'm going to choose 3 out of everybody that says they will share. Okay. Now we're going to just double check this because what's happening, Dog has to go back to his place. Well, he's not going to go back to his place yet. Chevelle, yes, Chevelle. Remember, you can share a program or you can share your story about how you felt about the lessons, what you learned, etc. And you put your camera on, and it's going to be recorded. And you can also share your screen so that we can see your program if you want to and you know how to do that. Okay, so we have 4. Thank you, Chevelle. So you can get ready for that in the meantime. Now what we're going to do is finish our program. Dog must go back to his place. Bear has already, Dog has said, which is the smallest number. He's broadcasting that this is the smallest number. Bear is going to receive that this is the smallest number. And we'll stop the script over here. We're going to be all neat and tidy. Stop the scripts in our places. Stop this script over there. And when Bear receives, he's going to receive that secret message that the smallest is complete. There's lots of messages. We've got to find smallest is complete. That's why you must write your messages in full so you understand what they are. Bear, what's he going to do? I think we'll position Bear over there. Bear will position over there. We're going to make him glide to that position because he's going to get ready to play a game with Ben. He's going to glide to this position, which is 9 and 153. And there is 153. And he's going to broadcast that he's left. Broadcast that he's left the dog. We put in a message here saying left dog. And then dog is going to receive that he's left. And dog's going to go to, how's he going to receive it? We put in a when I receive that dog has left. Left dog. Bear, not dog is left. Bear left dog. When dog receives that bear's left his house, then dog is going to go wander back to his place. And I'm going to use the motion block of change x by, and before we used 122 minus 122, so now we're just going to change x by 122 because he's going to go back to the right. So there he's going to go there. See? Now Bear's sitting in horse's place. No, we don't want Bear to go there. Let's make Bear go to his original. No, he's still got to go to fish. But he's not going to go to fish until he's finished playing with Ben because fish is like home. Shall we go to fish first? Nah, we're going to play with Ben first and then we'll go to fish. So Bear's going to go to this place over here when he's finished with the smallest number. So I'm actually going to make it this one. Glide to minus 126 and y value minus 144. Okay. We're going to see what's going to happen now. He broadcasted his left dog. Dog's going to go back to his place. Bear's just going to go over here. But there's one thing that we've left out with all these animals. Each animal must be positioned in its right place on starting running this program. So we've got Bear positioned in the right place. Dog, we never put in what's going to happen when we start the program. So we have to have a control box that says, like a starting block, our hat blocks, remember in events, the hat blocks. When the green arrow is clicked, we want dog to be in his place. The same with cat and frog and horse. So dog must go to his place, which is, we're going to make sure wherever he is, we're going to say go to. So it's instant. There's no slow gliding or anything. 125 minus 142. The numbers are correct. See, I've positioned dog there, and there it is. So we're good. And we can stop this script as well just to be neat and tidy. Right, one more minute. Has cat been positioned in the right place on the start of running the program? Nope, I don't see any hat blocks with the words when the green flag is clicked. So cat needs to be positioned in his right place when the program starts. So let's go find one that says when the green arrow is clicked. Where's cat going to go? We have a motion block and we say go to make sure that cat goes to 136, y value 50. And when I've positioned cat there and I put a go to, the numbers 136 and the 50 are there already. Yes or no, sweetheart? Okay, I sent the file to everybody in the room. I'll send it again just now when I finish this program. Let's run the program and see what happens. Whoop, it's a finish of the program. Oh, sorry, we finished this part. We will check it tomorrow. We'll do the fun work tomorrow. And have a lovely Wednesday. See you tomorrow when we have some fun.